Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El. Wanted to make a quick video right here just for those of you that are not updated yet, didn't get the Lenovo Legion Go just quite yet, are debating on whether or not to sell your Steam Deck like I did, or ROG Ally, which I didn't have an issue with the Steam Deck. I did always wish I could keep it. Now especially my friend has the OLED model. I'm kind of giddy on that, but of course nothing to me beats the Lenovo Legion Go because I absolutely love it. Before I was more into Steam Deck, and now I'm kind of going back and forth all the time every time I see new things that are coming about. So right now there is going to be, if you go to Legion Life, LegionGoLife.com, you could actually see the entire changes, the roadmap that's going to be set for January. Now there's some things that are exciting here, some things that are not. But first, I'm going to tell you guys what's wrong until now with a lot of people that have issues, with some people that don't have the issues. I originally didn't have certain issues, and then when the updates happened, these issues started to, make themselves appear on my system. So I'm just going to bring it all to you guys right here and tell you what they need to do and what is actually coming. So first we're going to talk about what's coming, and then I'm going to tell you all the problems that I'm having and a lot of people are having with their Legion Go, that I hope they could correct it instead of just focusing on other things that are not user accessible yet, but we're working on it. But I hope that they could do more on it. So anyways, let's get right to it. Okay, guys, so first off, right off the bat, they're saying the January roadmap is right here for Legion Space 1.0.2.6. And basically they're saying it will be based on the version 28. The BIOS that they're coming out with is going to be based on version 28 and will include everything version 28 delivered. We'll add auto VRAM, okay, UMA buffer selection, finally. I'm really looking forward to that. Optimization of custom fan table interface for future use by Legion Space. Nothing user accessible at the moment, which I gotta tell you, I had some things that were modded and all this stuff, by I'm not gonna say hackers, but people that just did stuff, and it just doesn't. It's not really user accessible yet, even though they're saying theirs is not gonna be. And I'm kind of ticked off on that because you could do that with any computer, and you could do it with that too through the BIOS. Through the BIOS, you can mess around a lot with, fans and stuff like that. But unfortunately, with the Legion Go, there's nothing the user could access at the moment that can, be done through Legion Space, for example. I would have loved to have some kind of control over that. For some reason, even though when they claimed they had it, it didn't work. And, for the beta or whatever, I believe it was there, or was, something like that. And a lot of people reported it didn't work. I didn't install the beta, as I warned you guys not to. And there was other things, but I couldn't control it through this gentleman who was there. Where was he? In, what do you call that place? God, it's not Best Buy. It's the other one. Oh my God. Cannot believe I forgot it. But anyways, one of the electronic stores that offered the 3 terabyte upgrade, whatever, to do the 2 terabyte upgrade, whatever. So, God, it's like in the tip of my tongue. Whatever. So it didn't work on his either. It was really, very beta-ish, let's put it that way. Lots of errors, lots of issues, and all of that. So they said added support for charge limiting, which we already have, and it's doing a good job to begin with. But I guess they're saying Legion Space later not user accessible. Also, it's not user accessible yet. Added support for charge limiting. I guess it's not really limiting the one that they have, because you're just kind of telling it where to go, where this, I guess, is going to give it more options. So we'll see where that goes. Various security improvements and bug fixes. I don't really care. 2 big ones here, it says, that have been heavily requested are charge limiting for the battery and auto VRAM. Auto VRAM is definitely one of the requests, and I'm happy they're actually gonna, finally have it. It says we'll add that feature, so they're saying so progress is being made there. Okay, next space update. This is for the for the Legion Space, driver and BIOS update integration. Now, here is my issue. A lot of you guys had this issue, and some of you guys didn't. And here's the funny part, guys. When I first got it, I had no issue on that. And now I have the issue after the last update. What am I talking about? Very, very simple, y'all. Every time I start my Legion Space, I am hooked to being online. It does not do an automatic update. Okay, it does not update for me. It does not tell me there's an update out there. Before, when I first got the Lenovo Legion Go, it did that. After installing certain updates, after leading even to now, I still cannot get it to automatically do it. Then I have to go to Legion Go, to LegionGoLife.com and download it from there and install it. Unfreaking real. So, for some people it works fine. Many of you guys, especially me, now do not, don't no longer have that feature working anymore. Some of you guys told me from the beginning it wasn't working, so I don't even know. So this thing has to be worked on like ASAP. So whatever. Custom fan curve settings, LT and RT dead zone settings, really good, very welcomed. I really like that. FPS limiter, being able to lock on and off, toggle on and off, or lock the frame rate, which I'm really happy about, especially when you guys are using emulation and stuff like that. That also plays really well into the effect, especially when you're going for the larger games and larger systems like the Switch or PlayStation 3. It's good to have those things, even though some people say, well, that doesn't affect that. It actually does. You can mess around a lot with that. I've done so on the computer itself. To be able to do that. So that, with all kinds of custom ones that I got from, 3D guru3d.com, whatever. It is cool to have that option being worked on right now, and I can't wait for it to actually come out, and hopefully it's going to be fluid and fluent, and it will it will actually work. Let's put it that way. I would be really happy about that. Added option to restore joystick response curves and dead zone settings to default values. Okay. Add option to turn off the power LED. Now I know a lot of you guys were telling me about this when I first did the review for the Lenovo Legion Go when we first got it, when it first came in. You guys said, isn't the power button, the light, taking out a lot of power? Well, guess what, guys? I actually did a measurement on it. It's not at all a lot of power at all. Maybe you're going to squeeze in, another minute out of it by taking it off, but some of you guys were saying that, so I'm just addressing it. A lot of you guys wanted that off because if you're playing, a game, everybody's asleep, you kind of want to just put your earphones on and just play it, without interrupting anybody. That light is kind of annoying, so to shut that off, whatever. But to be honest, the Legion Go's screen already kind of, whatever. But I guess I could see where the LED would hit somebody if you're playing it this way, and it would hit somebody directly across from you, would be annoying as hell. So yeah, this would be really good to have that option to shut the power LED off. That would be pretty cool. Added option to set the sleep duration of controllers. Okay, that's good too. Various bug fixes, whatever the heck that is. We'll see what that is later on. Note some of these may not make it in, but this is the current working target. So future space updates targeted to include charge limit settings, which they spoke about, either predefined values or user-defined values. I hope they're user-defined values. Implementation specific still to be announced. Support for this added in V29 BIOS, but will need space implementation as well. Key customization mapping, great, that's what I want. And mapping in general, high priority. Okay, so most likely won't make it in there. It's just saying it's a high priority. Further LT and RT threshold adjustments, and then issue resolution. Let's see if they fix anything here. SD reader stuttering issues, which I personally have not had that issue. Some of you guys did report that, so it's saying SD reader shuttering issues impacting some users on some games and some scenarios. Now, personally, me, I don't install any of my PC games on SD cards at all, so I don't really care. I just have it going directly to the drive, and it operates way faster. I did tests before on my PC on that, and I can tell you there is a huge difference between reading off an SSD and reading off a SD card. just a huge difference for me, at least, when I was doing games and all the stuff running from it. So, that's something to think about. Special thanks to Ghost Fella, it says, one of our favorite beta testers, for helping troubleshoot and identifying possible solutions for this issue. Our R&D team, okay, I guess they're just thanking a bunch of people. They're provided some tools, which I'll work with a few users on to gather some whatever log, blah, 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 blah. If you're experiencing any of the issues with the just this SD reader, please let me know. As well, warranty upgrades are now available. That's good, even though I paid for mine already through directly from Lenovo. But warranty upgrades are available for the US and Canada users through the support site. Enter your serial here. And basically, you go to it takes you to the link, and you enter the serial, and then you can upgrade on the right. You should be able to select up to 48 months of Legion Ultimate support, ADP, accidental damage protection, offering are currently still being worked on. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. If you protect your unit really well and take care of it like I do, even though I paid for a warranty, I got already a screen protector that's glass. I got what do you call it? I stick it in the case all the time. I got everything, I got a case on it, as I did a review for you guys. You saw the case on it to protect from dings and all kinds of other things. I don't really think you need it, but just like every computer or laptop, you should get it. Just like your cell phone, you should get it. That's my recommendation on that. So it is good that they're actually giving that right there. It says working with some users on diagnosing issues around custom TDP settings in space and trying to get a handle on what's going on and what improvements we can make to this and blah, 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 blah. Okay, we'll be looking into this more gathering with issues previously identified and mentioned. So they're going to fix a bunch of bugs, but that's pretty much the entire roadmap. Now, I am going to tell you guys my issues that I'm having. So that with the updates are an issue. Another issue that I heard people were having is their system would just shut off. I don't know. No blue screen of death. None of that. It would just shut off. I had it once happening to me. I started a game. I don't remember what it was. I maxed out all settings and it would just shut off. I didn't know what the hell was going on, so I opened the whole damn thing, put it through tests, but it never happened again. So I don't know if it is a hardware issue, because it could be a hardware issue where the graphics card is either, the fans are dirty, you've got overheating due to increasing a lot, and it can't take the cooling can just not take it because I upped every freaking setting on it, right? So because of that, it could have just shut down to protect the unit, which happens all the time on PCs when you don't have, proper cooling or your water cool, your cooler fails. Your computer will just shut down to protect the motherboard. So that seems to me more like a hardware issue. It happened to me once, never again. After I just used normal settings that I showed you guys could still look exactly the same like high settings because it's a smaller screen. And I showed you guys that. I'll probably do an episode showing you guys different games and how to set them up to run, beautifully and not notice any difference in loss or anything like that. But like I did with God of War 4 and the other episode and stuff like that. But the thing is, what I've realized is it's mostly, I think it's happening to some of you guys because of the max settings. Some of you guys are probably just thinking it's a full gaming computer when in reality it's all of these handheld systems are underpowered gaming computers. So you got to look at it that way. And due to the size, you don't need to have 4K. Even though you can't have 4K, and I'm just telling you, you don't need 4K. 4K actually, even if you had a 4K screen, which you don't, but let's say you had a 4K screen. I always said it's very stupid to have a 4K screen on the Nintendo Switch. I would just like to be able to play on dock mode 4K on a 4K monitor. That would be cool. But in your Nintendo Switch, you cannot appreciate 4K unless it is a 32-inch screen and up. Otherwise, if you have anything below that, like 27-inch, 20-inch, 19-inch, 10-inch, whatever laptops are, 17 inches, you're not going to notice the difference between 4K and a regular thing. Your eye just cannot tell the difference. It's just a marketing scheme. So never, max out the settings like you're doing a gaming computer. You believe me, it's going to look exactly the same when you reduce everything and you're going to have a fluid game playing with no issue. But I think that was a something to definitely look into. I don't know if it is hardware. I'm sure it is, but I don't know 100%. I can't say it's 100%. So for those of you guys that had problems, it could be software. I'm not sure what's going on. I remember my computer, my gaming computer, that I built when I used to edit videos. It was funny. I was playing the most graphical games and it would operate great. My cooling was great. Everything was great. Second, I would edit videos in any way, shape, or form for my mini series, for my YouTube series, for my all kinds of stuff that I used to do, TV shows and stuff like that. When I was filming it, I'm still going to be doing that very soon again. But music videos, you name it. So when I used to do the editing, it used to shut my computer off. I never quite understood what the hell was causing that, and I would look and I troubleshoot like I do troubleshooting videos, and from my IT experience. And I gotta tell you guys, almost all the time it is hardware, but in that case it was software causing some kind of issue with the memory exchange. So that could be the issue. And because Windows 11, all of Windows has some glitch or some garbage that works, and you have to kind of manipulate how it works. And when I disabled something, it was working. I did a video on that. You can look way back on my thing. I disabled it and then everything was working fine and dandy. So could be software. I don't know. The point is they need to address it, because out of the box, that looks weak when you got customers complaining to you that it's just shutting off out of nowhere. Now, this, to be fair, happened to some people on the Steam Deck and on the ROG Ally. Less on the Steam Deck, of course, because the Steam Deck operates its own OS, so almost it never happened to Steam Deck users. And that's what I love about the Steam Deck, the fact that Valve produced their own type of thing, even though they're using Linux. You can't play certain games on it or whatever, but you got solid performance right out of the freaking can, which is great. It's like buying a Nintendo Switch and you just know everything's going to work fine. Except, you got to tweak on those too for the games and whatnot. But the thing is, the system is running, operating system that you guys could count on, where Windows is loaded always with all kinds of bugs and bloatware that cause all kinds of conflicts and issues. If you have just something as simple as a conflict, you're going to have blue screens of death popping up on you or just shut off. Depends on how it is. So you can also set those things on the BIOS also, but again, it'll get stuck, all kinds of stuff like that. So it's something to look into, I would say, especially when there's people reporting this issue. Again, not a big big amount of people complaining about it, but I got a few complaints on that. That's just my take on it. I told you in the video I was going to tell you guys what I believe it is. That's my kid out there crying like crazy. So Daddy's got to go back right now and take care of him. So anyways, that's all I had to say on this. I had some issues that happened through the updates, unfortunately, like I told you about. So hopefully they'll work on everything and finally get everybody on the same page, just like they do, and like my friend always said, when you have something like the Nintendo Switch, you can't expect, I know some people said, I wish it could be as fluid as my Switch. The Switch is designed to play their video games directly from their system. Okay, utilizing their system. Even the third-party games that they have, some of them don't know what the hell they're doing because it's so dated, the hardware, that the games are running like crap. But at the same time, it's going fluid. Sometimes you get it stuck, sometimes not. But it'll never be as fluid as that, because when you have something focused on just a direct amount of games for a certain system, you're not going to run into walls. When you do something like a mini computer and you're trying to do everything, including emulation, including playing Switch games, you're always going to run into some kind of wall. That's just the nature of this bad boy. So if you want to buy a gift for your kids, I always say, buy your kids a Switch. Your kids, unless they understand that they have to go through all of these, tweaking and all of these things, and also for people. I had a friend of mine who said he sold his Legion Go. He's like, I can't do this. I just can't. Having a Windows 11 system, it's hard for me. And he's coming from a Mac background. I come from a PC background. So for him, it was probably even way harder to deal with all of that. And he was like, it was a complete turn off to him. He didn't like it. There was too much tweaking to do, and he just wanted something out of the box. These systems, like even Steam Deck, these systems are not made for people like that. You gotta be able to tweak and able to troubleshoot to try to get the most out of it. So there are going to be walls that this baby is going to run into. But what makes me so happy is that Lenovo, just like they do for their laptops, amazing company, they're not stopping to release updates. You remember how people were fearful? I was fearful. I was like, well, if they're not like Steam Deck, so you know what they're going to do once this baby runs out, out of its cycle, they're just probably going to do a few updates and say, screw it, and the next one's coming out. No, Lenovo's actually dedicated to this. They actually now are telling you, we're going to give you that 2-year warranty. We're going to do some stuff with this baby. So I'm really happy they're consistent and releasing stuff, in the community is growing almost as, I'm not going to say as big as Steam Deck, but it's growing there. So it's really cool. And I know a lot of my friends that were kind of debating on whether to buy the Lenovo Legion Go. The second they felt it in my hands, boom, they automatically sold and they bought it. My only regret was selling my Steam Deck. I wish I never did that. My ROG Ally, I could care less. I sold it with a smile. But at the same time, it's like, the Steam Deck was amazing. I wish I still had it. Would have been great to just have that in addition. I do love the form factor. I love, the operating system, but the Lenovo Legion Go takes it. I'm telling you, I go back and forth all the time. The more I am playing with this, playing Resident Evil, even on the freaking OLED of my friend's Steam Deck, I still enjoy it, and I think it looks way better on the screen on the Lenovo Legion Go due to the size of the screen, the massive size. It just looks absolutely incredible. It's just so immersive. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. As always, guys, giving you guys nothing but the honest truth. I know, paid for reviewer. I do all my reviews and I give you guys nothing but the truth. That was my mission in the first place. That's why I opened this channel in the first place, to make sure you guys get the real information so you guys can make better informed decisions instead of getting ripped off by these paid for reviewing yuppies. And you guys are already doing more than enough. That's why, even though you guys are offering me money, telling me to do Patreon, I say no, because I got this. I worked 3 jobs to make this happen and I love you guys for it, but you guys are doing already more than enough. What do I mean by that? Very simple. You're the jury. Do you agree? Do you disagree? You comment down below. You let me know. You let the community know what's up. Like, what do you think of this? I want to hear it in the comments. Together, we're helping the community make better informed decisions so they don't get ripped off. And that's the reason I opened this, and I can't thank you enough. And love you guys, and Happy New Year, and all of that goodness. You hear my kid crying out there in the background. My wife's taking care of him. I'm going to go pop in right now. So just wanted to say, share it with everybody you know. Make the family grow. Comment down below. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye. As always, guys, if you like what you see, self-funded here, be sure to check out all my other stuff, from mini-series to unboxings to technology, and Nintendo reviews and 3D printer reviews and all that good stuff. If you like what you see, the only way you can help the channel is by liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell button. As many more cool videos to come. Definitely want you guys in it, and I want you guys to be vocal. Definitely comment down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.